All right, Manjeet Sehgal joining us has been reporting, on ground live the kind of, madness that we're seeing with the rains. Manjeet, take us through all the latest. Are we seeing things clearing up at all? How bad are things?
Well, Abha, the flood water has now receded. We can see these houses were submerged yesterday up to the 3-story level, but now the water has receded completely, which shows that these houses were under at least 20 feet deep. And if I go extreme left, we can see the transformers are also visible now, and the houses where the water had entered yesterday are now visible. So which shows that the water level has come down, and the administration has now started restoration of the roads. We just came from the spot where the Manali-Chandigarh highway has been blocked. The debris are huge. The rock slides and landslides have completely blocked the Chandigarh-Manali National Highway. The engineers say that it will take at least 4 to 6 days to restore the area, restore the road for vehicular movement. But meanwhile, the administration has advised the tourists and people who are stranded in parts of Kullu, Manali or any other place to take the Kotola Mandi route, which is a narrow road, but that is working and open for the traffic. But as far as the administration and the state government's action is concerned, the Chief Minister is doing aerial surveys, and the Deputy Chief Minister Mukesh Agnotri visited the flood-affected areas today here at Mandi. He also met the flood-affected people and assured them all sort of help. The people whose houses were damaged during the flash floods have also been assured that the state government will compensate them so that they will be able to reconstruct their houses. But as far as the Met Department is concerned, Met Department has again issued a fresh alert saying that floods can occur in at least 8 districts. Mandi is one of the districts. So there is alert in place as far as the stranded passengers and stranded tourists are concerned. Nearly 200 of them are stranded at a place in Lahaul Spiti called Chandratal. Besides other areas, the Deputy Chief Minister has appealed the hoteliers now to forcibly ask the tourists staying in the hotels to vacate the hotels till the roads are cleared for the traffic. The government officials say that the top priority of the government is to restore the power, and the area where we are at present lacks the power supplies, as the lines have been snapped. The transformers have been damaged. Over 800 roads still remain blocked in the state, though the National Highway Authority of India has pressed into service adequate machinery, but it still is taking time as the landslides are huge. Rock slides have completely damaged the roads. The administration has assured the people that they will be given all sort of help. Meanwhile, the authorities have asked the tourists to stay inside their hotels till the roads are open for the traffic. Abha.
All right. Preeti is also joining us live from Kullu. Let's go across to her. And Preeti, we've been watching you make your way through all the devastation and observing some of the worst parts of it. Just take us through, where you're at right now, what the scenes are like, how local authorities are handling it, whether things have, been cleared up at all. Are we at any progress in sort of dealing with the situation?
Well, Abha, right now I am at the Kullu Bhuntar, actually, with the Bhuntar airport. We are expecting the Chief Minister, who's right now taking an aerial survey of the areas which are most affected. The rains definitely have stemmed. Also, a de facto kind of a way where I am standing, which is the airport, has become the relief management center, where all people in charge, from the NDRF team in charge and the other who are coordinating relief efforts in the local administration, have all come here, and there's a center of sorts which is set up. The Chief Minister was briefed a short while ago on what are the worst affected areas, but the sense that we're getting, Abha, is that the worst in terms of visuals of what we had seen of 2 days of incessant rainfall, the river bears taking everything in its wake, the incessant rain, that might have stemmed, but the rescue might be over, the relief starts now, and that's going to be a formidable task where Himachal Pradesh is concerned. Because having said that, there are districts, there are areas, there are regions that are completely in oblivion, completely cut off. The Chief Minister is on his during his aerial survey, will be looking at areas like Kasol, like Sanj, reports coming in where villages have possibly gotten completely washed away overnight, and there are no OFC cables. So in that sense, there are no telephone, mobile networks at all. So there is no way of getting in touch with them. It was only this morning that an NDRF team was able to reach Kasol. What's also interesting is where we just met, and we'll play that report out, Abha, for you, that there are these young tourists who've been able to walk it out. Some of them have walked patches of an 80-kilometer stretch or a 100-kilometer stretch from here to Kasol. Of course, they haven't walked the entire stretch, but at times where they've been able to get like a car or a taxi, or somebody who's giving them a lift, they'd go a couple of kilometers and then they'd have to walk about 10 or 12 kilometers. Then they have come here and they've got their own tales of devastation of what really has gone down. In terms of life, at least in Kasol or in Manali, the official count that all of Himachal actually which stands at, is 32. There have been 32 lives that have been lost in terms of loss to property. We are talking upwards of 4,000 crores. But these are initial figures, which I was pointing out. There is Sanj, an area here which is completely cut off. And as the local administrators here are telling us, possibly villages there completely wiped out overnight. We don't know what's really gone down there. So Manali is very badly affected. The route to Manali still stands blocked. Once again, all telephone lines to Manali are all down. So the basic, there are 2 NDRF teams which we were told which had gone there.